Hey everyone, Nearmate Nerd here for the I Got Issues Network. Spring break is officially over and I'm back from holidays. And while I was in sunny Los Angeles, I went to a place called the Secret Headquarters and I picked up a little bag of comics. It was pretty cool. They had mostly trade paperbacks there, not a lot of just single issue comic books, very few in fact, just a few at the front desk, maybe three half boxes full. But the prices were crazy good. In fact, they were so good, I was a little suspicious, and I had actually asked to open some of the bags and look at the backs of the comics, because I thought, these look too nice for these prices. They must have huge water stains or something. And they didn't. They were great. They were all first printings. Really exciting. So I thought, I literally just got in the door, so I haven't even gone to the shop to pick up my comics yet, so I can catch up, because I missed all this week. But I thought I would just do a really quick little haul video just to, remember how to do it, work those muscles again, and show you these few cool comics that I managed to pick up on the cheap at a little shop called The Secret Headquarters in Silver Lake, Los Angeles. Alright guys, really tiny haul this week for my Secret Headquarters comic shop haul. Really, I only bought a couple of books. To be honest, there were a lot more I wanted to get. I was just worried about transporting them home because my luggage situation, lots of kid stuff, so I was worried that the comics were going to get dinged up too much. So I really only bought a few just to see how they traveled. So my next trip to LA, I'll definitely pick up some more because they traveled really well. First up, we got Micronauts Number One, which strangely is a comic I don't own, even though I have several issues of this series. I've never owned a Number One. Not because it's eluded me, just because I've never really sought it out before. I'm not a huge Micronauts fan. I'm becoming one, though. I've been reading some of the back issues recently, and I'm kind of in a phase now where I want to read all of them together. So finding Number One, of course, is key to that. The first issue. 35-cent issue, only $3. This is not an expensive book. It's very common, but, it goes for about 10. And, like I've been preaching for a while, 30, and 35-cent issues are going to be the next set of issues that are going to skyrocket in the next 10 years. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking, 10 years from now. So these are the ones that I'm kind of mass gathering. It's all these 30-cent issues of stuff. Cool. Yeah, so I'm excited about that one. I also got another comic I just don't think I had. You've seen a lot of Howard the Duck lately because I've just been really lucky in finding these. Again, this is a 25-cent issue, number 3, the Master of Kung Fu parody. Let's just slide that in there. This is a total fluke, by the way. I did not put this comic out in anticipation of this one. I always just kind of grab random comics for my borders, and strangely enough, I happened to grab a very appropriate one. At any rate, I really like Howard the Duck. This cover's a little antiquated now. We see the great yellow menace there, which of course is incredibly racist. But, we soldier on and we try not to make the mistakes of the past and so on. This is a fun issue, though. I did read this before because I have the Essential volume, and so I've read all these issues, but it's nice to have in color. And I do love these Howard the Duck comics. And for $4, what a deal. All right, what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? It's What If Number One, a 50-cent cover price. Perfect. I wouldn't say it's near mint condition. I wouldn't say this is a 9.2, but I would say this is a 9 or maybe a 8.5 at the very, very least. So for $3, this is a $30 to $50 book. So that's terrific value. I did see, though, behind the counter that he had a stack of about 10 of these. So I think he was just trying to get rid of some of these. That's why the prices are so low. But, I'll buy it at $3 any day. I wish I had picked up a couple more, actually. Newsstand, too, by the way. Are you guys out there believers in Newsstand as variants? I know a lot of retailers aren't, except for maybe Chuck at Mile High Comics, who values them much more than regular covers as variants. But I'm always curious because, Newsstand versus direct market, always a great debate. I keep threatening to do it, and I still haven't done it, but I am going to do a video about that and see if we can get a debate going on that, because I'm very curious to what you all think. That's a great comic, though. Also picked up Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword, number 1, Fire and Fury in the Age of Conan. By popular demand, first issue, $8, guys. That's a pretty good deal for this. This is a $20 or $30 book, so that's a fantastic price, and this is a beautiful cover. Absolutely love this cover. I've got a bunch of Red Sonja, but I definitely don't have number 1, so that's a nice grab for me. Continuing my Star Wars run, I was shocked to find these, and for the price, wow, look at this. Star Wars number 8, only $5. It's in really great condition. There's nothing wrong with this. It's got a tiny little bit of, where the spine kind of bubbles up along the side because another comic was imperfectly placed on it. It's not called spine roll because that's when the cover kind of shifts position against the back. I'm not sure if there's a name for it. If there is, I'm not thinking of it. But anyways, easily pressed out. Just a little bit of a thicker spine here from that, from being, improperly stored slightly. But great issue. Number 8, 35-cent cover price. It's got like a rabbit on it. So that kind of jacks up the price, I'm sure, right? Isn't that a thing? Anytime there's a rabbit on the cover, it's worth an extra $20. Oh, well, that's what I thought anyways. Thanks for correcting me. Then we got Star Wars number 7 here. This is actually the very first original Star Wars comic, because the first 6 issues of this Star Wars title was an adaptation of the first movie. So issue number 7 is the first time that the story is going beyond the galaxy, at last, beyond the movie, beyond the galaxy. That doesn't mean there's beyond the average price, because it doesn't have any sort of big appreciation from the other comics in this area. I think like 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all kind of the same, at least in the Overstreet guide. So even though it's really the first original Star Wars story, there doesn't seem to be any great increased value. But it's a beautiful book in great condition. And look at this. I found number 2. Are you kidding me? Number 2, $5. Can't go wrong with that. This is probably more of an 8.5. It's got a couple of little spine issues. Nothing you can really kind of cry about. I don't even know if I can pick them up here, but they're there. A couple of little ticks. That's it. Other than that, this is a gorgeous book. The back on this one is probably why it was $5. It's a little dirty. I think, though, it could be cleaned. I'm not sure. I'm certainly not going to do it. I'm not going to get out the Comet and the steel brush and give it a go. But I'm confident that somebody in the right position could absolutely clean that up a bit. So while it won't be worth the maybe $60 or $70 it's worth in a near mint condition, it's certainly worth more than $5. Not that I'm ever going to sell it. As I say every single time, none of these comics will ever be sold. I also picked up another great deal, Kull the Conqueror number 1. This, in my opinion, is a very undervalued book. It's really not worth that much. Like $15 or $20. That's it. It's, of course, I don't want to say a Conan knockoff because it's from the creator of Conan. So, it's got a bit of a pedigree there. However, it was kind of the ugly stepbrother of Conan. Didn't catch on in quite the same way, but still 15-cent cover price, only charged $8. Beautiful copy, nothing wrong with this at all. Absolutely gorgeous. I lied. There's a little bit of a markup here. So, you know, certainly not a 9.6 or maybe even not a 9.2, but, you know, 8.5 to a 9, absolutely. Gorgeous comic. I've got a bunch of culls recently. I don't know why. I've just kind of been discovering them. All right, we're down to the last couple here. I told you this was going to be a fast video, guys. I'm just trying to get my sea legs, you know, because I've been gone for a week. And I've been on an airplane for like 6 hours, and I'm tired, and I got up at 5 in the morning. So if you sense a different energy today, that's it, guys. I'm just a little bit wackadoo. All right, so we got Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 77. This is the one I paid the most for at $12. But I was happy to do so because it's in really nice condition, except for you'll see that corner, you know, has a little bit of a fold, but that ain't color breaking, folks. I think that can be fixed pretty easy. And the rest is pretty nice. It's got a little bit of yellowing or staining around the very edges, but the corners are all tight. It's a nice looking book. It's a 15-cent Daredevil issue that features Spider-Man and Namor. And for $12, I was not leaving it in that bin. No, sir. And finally today, look at this. Daredevil number 45, a 12-cent issue, $6. And I've been trying to figure this out. Why number 77 is 12 and number 45 is 6. And I would say that the 45 is in even a slightly better condition from the 77. So whether he just has a bunch of copies of this he can't get rid of. Look at those beautiful corners. The back is clean. I've popped it out of the bag. I've had a look. And it's looking great. I love this photo cover that they've kind of put Daredevil and the Jester onto. Whatever happened to the Jester? Did he... There's a villain that kind of disappeared, right? I'd like to see him. I mean, when's the last time we saw him? Did he die? And even if he did, I'm surprised he hasn't come back by now. Maybe Charles Soule should think about bringing back that gem, right, guys? Anyway, $6. This is like in mint condition. This grades at no, it doesn't grade. This this sells for about $350. Apparently, I've never tried to sell one. In this condition, I would give this probably, you know, just to be on the safe side, like a 7.5 or an 8. That's still a $90, $100 book for $6. Crazy. All right, guys. I know that was a really short haul. I promised you it would be. I did actually take one comic book out. You can't see it. It's actually right here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to use that because I have a themed haul coming up. And it fit into the theme haul. So I did slip one comic out. It was like a $3 comic. It's nothing special, but it fits the theme that I'm bringing up. Just so you know, full transparency, I did slip one out. So I paid a total of $60 for everything you saw here. And so really, I only actually paid for this one issue, really, if I paid, you know, what it's worth. And everything else was free. So not a bad free haul, I would say. Lots of great Bronze Age books, and and even a couple of Golden Age books, all for $60. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw you back to my good friend the Near Mint Nerd, and I'll see you next haul. Thanks, guys. So how's everything going for you, Baggy?
Pretty good. You know.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so really short haul. Just something to get us started. I'm going to pick up my comics probably tomorrow, and then I'll get my last week Wednesday haul up a few days late, but I think it'll be worth it. Plus, I've got a whole bunch of Venom covers from the previous week that I'm owed, so that'll kind of like beef out the haul a little bit. I'm pretty close to 300 subs. Going to do another contest at 400 subs. Rob Harris, I owe you a prize. It's on its way. Not literally, because I haven't mailed it yet, But now that I'm back, I'm going to get that right in the mail, and you're going to get that prize. I'm heading towards 400, guys. I think what I'm going to give away for my 400 subs prize, I don't know what the contest is yet, but I think it's going to be, because I have 2 copies, it's going to be the Catwoman Adam Hughes cover with her, holding the numbers with the black mascara tears coming down, like the, for a jailhouse photo. I know that's a popular cover. I've got 2 mint copies. I'm going to give one away for 400 subs. You guys need to help me get there, because if I never get to 400, there's no reason to have the contest. All right, guys, that's it. Please hit subscribe, send me a comment, hit like if you're so inclined, and I'm going to see you again soon. Thanks, everybody. Take care. See you next time.